I think we're live, Melanie.
But that part, that's the part that's like...
We're live. Oh, no, maybe... maybe... Oh, got it.
There's always a moment of uncertainty right at the beginning.
Well, welcome to...
Never really know.
Welcome to Keeping It Magical, episode 35 with Kevin and...
Just Melanie.
Just Melanie. She's Melanie, all right. It's my mirror. Oh, my Lord. What's it like living with your mirror?
Well, you notice a lot of similarities.
Uh-huh.
But you also notice a lot of things that are completely opposite.
Like our willingness to get things done?
Like your everything needs to be right now. Let's do it now. And I'm like, but we've got plenty of time.
Well, but
I just don't have the innate sense of urgency that you do. That's the only thing. It's not a bad
all the
thing.
incidents it creates.
Yes, we've had multiple events escalate to incident status.
We just like to call them
rather
incidents.
Quickly. Yes, we'll just leave them at. There have been things that reached incident status in very quick escalation.
Well, it's part of growth.
Yeah.
It's part of growing.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think you're working through it. I think you're doing a lot of really good deep shadow work. Mm-hmm. We're exercising your deep.
Yes.
We're exercising, not exorcising.
Yeah.
We're exercising.
Yeah, right. Anyway, we thought we'd come on and tell you a little bit about what's going on. I'm
still trying to figure that out, but it's okay.
Our wonderful Cammie was a star last night and got to do a reading, and Proud Mama got to sit there and watch her, and she recorded it, and they put it on the Glorious Future Foundation's website, which is, by the way, kids connecting with other kids around the world for reading and education purposes. And
by the end of the year, there will be almost 50 countries involved.
Almost 50 countries involved.
By the end of next year, he's hoping for it to be between 60 and...
How did we end up on it? I'm still shaking.
I recollected that this morning.
It really is about our ability to connect with other people, I think. Our ability to come on shows that we've been invited to and put our thoughts and ideas out there that ring so true with other people, and
it's kind of just facing those fears head on, because sometimes I'm like, I have no idea,
but I think it also was fate and destiny too.
So absolutely.
Much I believe God put us together a little over a year ago, and it's coming up on our 1 year anniversary since we've been married.
Shout out to my friend Lisa today, who never watches my videos, but it's okay. I don't mind. My BFF doesn't have to.
Oh no!
But she did say, the more that I have gotten to know you and Kevin, it's so evident you guys met at the exact divine time.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
She said there is just everything I see about you two just is like, yeah, that's exactly.
And I do believe what we're doing.
And please, I'm just playing.
What we're doing, and we've been led to do. We really do believe that what our goal is, or what we're doing, is serving a good purpose, a higher purpose. We don't get paid for going on these videos. We are hoping that our YouTube channel,
I'm just kidding,
and our videos do get the recognition that they deserve.
We got a little ways to go. We have to have 1,000 subscribers.
Well, there you go.
We've got 12.
Hit like and subscribe.
You guys have some work to
Melody's worked a lot the last couple days, putting all our material into a better, more manageable content.
I'm about a third of the way done.
You want to tell them about what you've been doing?
Yes.
Please do.
It's actually been really enlightening.
I'll zip my lip for a little bit.
Let's see how long. Okay. Anyway, I'll digress. So, I don't know. What's so funny? I have no idea.
No, I'm just holding my... So I don't say anything.
See,
I'm not gonna
got him. I got him. It was that easy. That's all I had to do.
Well, yeah, trigger.
But anyway,
It's a struggle for real.
I have been trying to figure out why are such highly engaging, entertaining, funny, just raw,
videos,
like real deal, informative videos have like 12 people following our channel, and we've got like 38 videos.
Right.
So there's got to be something we're doing.
And we got over 3,000 following our page.
Right.
I got 3,500 following my page.
Because it's I am all about accepting responsibility, me analyzing and looking at what I'm doing to see how I can do it better.
A lot of our people that are asking us to be on these shows are from other countries. So what are we? How are we appealing to them? Where did we go right there, and where have we gone wrong here? So
I've been brainstorming that.
Yeah, Melanie's smart too.
I told you he wouldn't be quiet long. But anyway, I think we made it. Well, I don't have him like 2 hairs past a freckle.
She got a degree, and she's really smart.
I have a couple, but it doesn't really mean anything. It means I stayed up a lot of nights and wrote a lot of unnecessary papers. And I guess it was practice. It was like conditioning.
So go on, tell them what you've been doing.
Can I?
Yes.
Oh, okay, thanks. So I started back all the way from our very first live.
That was a beautiful video, by the way.
Boy, the things that have changed.
Yeah. Yeah, fake.
Like, I mean, we look completely different.
Yes, we did. Yeah, we did.
We live in a different place. I don't think I talked quite as much. I think I've started.
No, you were
talking
really
a
camera shy
more.
at first. I definitely led the way there.
I had sworn that I would never do a live in my entire life. Yeah.
That changed when she met me.
It did, absolutely. Yeah. So it was just really interesting.
And it's been a struggle ever since to get her come back on. Let's see.
Okay, I'm using the way Cammy talks to him. That's what Cammy does. Kevin. But so I was watching our videos, and I really was kind of impressed. Like, I didn't know what I was gonna think. Like, you know, because I've gone back and watched some of them, and then there's always, of course, things where you're like, oh, well, that could have been so much better, or I should have done this, or we could have said that. But when you really just stop and look at it big picture, I think that, and then when you look at, like, the data and the statistics, like, you see people watch, like, the first minute or two, and then they don't watch it, which I totally understand. Right. Because life is busy. Like, I get it. So there's something that we need to do to try to make people feel as if there's a reason for them to spend their time watching us. Well,
I think it's consistency too. We had so much going on. We got away from it for a while. We left it to the wayside for a while, and it is about consistency. That's why I never stopped writing. I never quit writing. I kept on going.
What are you trying to say, Kevin?
Well, just a few procrastination issues could be the issue here, but just a little insight,
not a race,
constructive criticism.
Kevin.
But it is about consistency. It is about
I agree.
If you want to master your craft, if you want to exceed your potential that you have in your mind, which I think is unlimited now, you really do. You have to work at it every day. You have to, but
we have different approaches at how you define working at it, though.
In your defense, you were also working a full-time job. You were taking care of Cammy. You were doing all this other stuff, and you just literally didn't have the time to do it. It's not that I was mad at you for not doing it. It's just I realized you had other things to do, but it just so happened.
But I also
about a month ago, God gave us some time to get some things done.
And that's true. But I think a lot of it, too, is that we have different ideas of what working on something is.
Well, yeah, I get that.
Because
I don't understand what you do.
Because a lot of the things I do, I'm doing behind the scenes, like research, like reading about things, figuring things out, trying to figure out the best way to
she's doing that, I'm writing.
The platforms that we have available to us, how to do it without having to invest a lot of money, how to make sure that what we're doing is aligning to what we're really wanting to do. Because we could just be doing a whole bunch of stuff, but if it's not truly what we're wanting.
I do believe what we put out there, even from the beginning, attracted the people that we're surrounding ourselves with now. In other words, these people, these poets from around the world, these writers from around the world, these visionaries from around the world, people that want to actually make the world a better place for our kids. Not just talk about it, but are actually...
They're putting it into
actually
action.
Doing it.
Yes.
They're educating and I don't want to call them uneducated kids, but I call them...
They're giving opportunities to children that would not just have the opportunity if someone didn't step in and take
and not only that, but
decisive action.
Given a different perspective about education in itself. They're willing to listen to somebody who never went further than a 12th grade education, and why they were willing to listen to why I didn't want to attend a higher education, why I didn't want to go to college. They were willing to listen to somebody who had been called not good enough all his life.
Well, there's an openness to different perspectives, and there's an understanding that there is so much value in diversity and in all of those different perspectives. You can't make soup with one ingredient. Like, you have to have all of those different... But
I think, too, a lot of people are waking up to realize that our education system is based mainly in a kind of a robot environment.
It's in my professional best interest to kind of stay away from the topic.
I've got a lot to say about the educational system.
Over here.
Yeah, I like to stir the pot. Because I do. I want people to think about the education system and the system that our kids are learning in. Because I do believe that they don't stress kids' strengths. They put all these kids into the same pot and expect them all to come out the same way. And if you don't, then your grades teeter on that.
And this is a perfect example of our different approaches to the same issue.
Right.
Because I totally agree.
Right.
But instead of being the person that goes out and makes the bolder statements or makes these stances, I'm the one that goes, oh, well, let me see how I can go back here and find the people. So I was doing the advocating for the families and the kids and working with the laws and the, and so it's like we both come at these things with the same desire and the same intensity and passion about making a difference, but we have very different strategies. I'm all about, let's not create a big wave because we want to just come in and be able to compassionately just plant seeds and watch these things grow over time. Mm-hmm. You're like, let's go in and just show them everything fast now.
Well, it takes one season to show a garden.
No, and I'm not saying that. And absolutely, there's not that one is right and one is wrong. But I think it's a perfect example of the yin and the yang. How you have to be able to accept and find and understand and appreciate that balance.
Right.
You need both of those. And it's kind of funny, I'm a fire sign and I'm a fire dragon, but I'm more of the water, I think.
Well, I don't know about that.
You start fires. And you try to fight fires with fire, but Burger King, I'm just saying.
Maybe a few times.
Only when... Never towards me or Tammy. Never.
Only when...
He is an absolute sweetheart.
Only a stranger is very ignorant or
do things that you consider ignorant, yeah.
Well, consider ignorant
or they make you take a little bit longer than you thought you needed to take. That's an issue too.
Now, if we're talking about, the medical issues, yes.
No, driving. I'm talking about driving.
Insurance will drive anybody.
I wasn't even
fighting with insurance companies. But
I was thinking about driving.
I gotta hand it to her. She does fight my battles with these insurance companies for me, because if I have to, I don't know. They hang up on me.
See, and I think this is taking a little bit of a different route. Yeah. But this is to me, this is what in teaching we call a teachable moment. Like, this is a moment where this is to me a perfect example of masculine and feminine.
Well, I am hard of hearing, which is has something a lot to do.
that's at this point. But like throughout my life, I had to figure out how to be able to effectively get what I needed and what I wanted. And I couldn't do it by being overpowering.
I know.
Or being intimidating. Or being this strong. Like, I couldn't be like, hey, do it now.
Well, I'm usually not that way until somebody just rubs me the wrong way.
And I don't mean it like that in a bad way.
But the more masculine. You got to stand up for yourself. You got to stick your ground. You got to put people in their place.
And when any woman can tell you, like, if you let a man call somewhere and talk to them, and I'm sorry, I'm not.
Oh, you're much more reasonable than I am. I
but if you want to be firm and you want something done and you want it done now, who do you give the phone to? Who is someone going to be like, okay, that's fine, we'll give her glasses back right now?
Well,
a man or Kevin, like, and I'm not, and I don't mean that like in a biased sort of gender way, but it's in an appreciation of the differences between women and men. Right. I mean, and I know it's not standard across the board, but there's a different approach.
To protect you.
And I like that. I mean, everyone is free to their opinion, to their own choices.
Perfect example. They were going to take her glasses and send them off for 3 weeks, and she comes walking out, and now I got to be without glasses for 3 weeks. I said, "Oh no, you don't." So I walked back in there. I said, "Give me those glasses back." I said, "When the new lenses come in, let us know, and we'll come in, and she can put the lenses in there and all that." They hand me the glasses right back. I gave it to her. She got her glasses.
With the numbers,
but see,
I didn't see the
because
numbers
because you're not as assertive, because you don't stand up for yourself. You don't in those situations. You just let them take your glasses, and we're going to be without glasses for 3 weeks. And I
appreciate that. And I do appreciate that. See, the funny thing about it is when I look at it, I don't look at it like, oh man, I didn't stand up for myself. I just was like, oh, well
you just went with the flow. But I get it.
They had to send them off. Okay, I didn't have them before. I'll be okay.
We really do watch out for each other.
Yeah,
I know, and that's what I love about you. But anyway, go ahead and keep on telling them what you have done with the website, with YouTube. Why you're seeing some of our older videos on our site.
Because I realized that I didn't know what I was doing.
Right.
When we first started all of this.
And
I can't even say that I really do now, but I definitely am learning along the way.
Well, isn't that part of the process?
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. It's the best way to me. I'd much rather learn as I go and do things, because then I really know how to do it.
Well, I think again, time wasn't permitting before when we set all this up. We actually did.
We have maintained some pretty intense momentum, realistically.
People don't realize how far we've come. To be honest with you,
we haven't even been married a year.
When we first met, I mean, Melanie had her own business, but things were kind of in a lull.
I was uncertain what I wanted to do.
I had a job on a farm, and being a ranch hand, I mean, you look at us now, we moved, we got a house, we got a yard, we got a dog, we got the dog, and we've got new schools, and then all of a sudden this happens, and because of a medical reason, you had to be out of work for a while. God gave us a little time, I believe, to get all this worked up, but then you find out, because you can't get test results and everything back, that you might not have.
You're making it sound like I'm got some kind of.
Right, I mean, they made a big deal out of nothing.
I'm okay, guys.
Anyway, she's okay, but
everything works out the way
they kind of made it to where it looked like her job doesn't exist anymore. But we'll see.
Laws are a little difficult sometimes.
But anyway, I do believe God gave her this time off.
Party here.
I know God gave her the time to get this, and I believe this is our destiny, or this kind of thing with the Glory Future Foundation, us writing books, us speaking our truth about what love is, what a good relationship should be like. I think eventually we're going to have a big breakthrough, and we're going to reach more and more people's lives.
What does Melanie tell Kevin all the time?
Be patient, Kevin.
It'll happen when it's supposed to happen.
It'll happen
Kevin. You can't force it.
It is happening, and I guess that's what's got Kevin so excited about.
We talk to ourselves
because I've waited a long time for these breakthroughs, and I've had thousands of breakthroughs in the last 4 years, but it just seems like this is kind of my dream to come true, because kids are involved. And kids, anybody that knows my story knows how dear and near kids are to my heart.
Same.
And if I can set the wheels...
The only thing I wanted when I was a kid was to be able to be a mom. I prayed every night, right. God, please just...
But if
nothing else, can I be a mom?
If I have the opportunity to connect kids from all over the world together for what I believe could be the start of peace on earth, because it's got to start with the children.
Absolutely.
And if we get the kids talking at an early age together, who knows what kind of leaders they'll become in
the internet is not necessarily all evil.
No, it's not.
Just discernment. If you watch our last video, discernment.
Discernment, yeah. It has a lot to do with it. It really does. If you use the internet for good reasons, which I think we do,
opening so many doors.
It does. It opens a ton of doors instead of listening to the negative. And I've hit some posts about some negative comments, or even some jokes that I've kind of made comments on, just to stir the pot to get people to think about what they post on social media, because it really is. Your thought process. It is really what you're posting, is really what you're thinking, and whether you want to say it's a joke or not, or you poke fun at this or poke fun at that, you just never know how it's going to trigger someone. And there's an
expression about that. Like every joke is like 90% truth and 10%.
I mean,
something.
I posted my own jokes about women, about everything, about life, about myself. I get the humor behind it, but I like to make comments to get people to think, and and I might be sitting back the whole time.
I never would have expected that.
The whole time laughing about it, because it really does. It gives me a chance to get a better perspective of the other people's thinking, and I learned.
Is that really why you do it, Kevin? Is that Can we take a second and just be really honest?
Well, sometimes
is it really just because you want to know what other people think?
Oh, sometimes it's to give my own opinions. But I've got to buy. I got to write
You absolutely do, and I totally am in love with your honesty. Thank you.
Hey,
that's just one of the things.
That's better than making just.
You gotta own your own crazy. Like I know I'm crazy.
I've owned it for a long time, by the way.
And I feel like we're kind of having a very ADD conversation right now, like bumblebee, bluebird, something shiny. But
we have a lot of those, by the way. But anyway, we did update a lot of our videos on YouTube, which you can check out on Keeping It Magical. And you can
YouTube. Subscribe and watch our videos. They're actually pretty funny. I have to say, we're thinking about doing things.
We're thinking about doing a contest. If you can find this little piece in one of our videos,
if you can find where
you'll win a free book or whatever.
Cammy's barking like a dog in the other room, or if you can find where Melanie starts dancing and singing "Take It Back," or like anyway,
there's moments in the videos that are funny, but we do like to talk about serious subjects too. We've talked about relationships and goals and
some really amazing things about how just parallel our lives were and the situations.
How we met was just incredible, by the way. But it really is I think it's a beautiful love story, and a lot of people have said that too. That this is just really a beautiful love story. And they
I guess they got to watch it and find out. You have to watch it for more than the first minute.
They even called me cute.
I'm really not being bossy. I'm just playing.
My beard's getting kind of long. I might play Santa Claus this year. You want to be Mrs. Claus?
Well, I mean, as long as we just can't be in competition with my dad and stepmom, because I'd be like,
we can't. We
can't corner their market.
All right. Anyway,
but.
I'm sure they'd approve.
Coming, yeah.
They'd approve, but we could be a subsidiary of the real Santa Claus.
Yeah, I think so.
Anyway, you got anything else you want to say to Melanie?
Well, I always have a lot to say, don't I? Actually.
Well, we are doing a live with the children from Georgia tomorrow. Yes, not the state of Georgia.
The country.
The country Georgia.
On the border of Russia.
Russia and Persia. Mm-hmm. And so we are going to talk to some of them and some of the advisors from Georgia with Saeed. And we're excited about that. Mm-hmm. Cammie did a video with the Glory Future Foundation last night. That's on our website. She
picked a book,
and I think she did just an amazing job. So check that out. I
just have to insert that I don't talk about it a lot to other people, but Cammie is my child. That until she was probably 7 years old, people used to tell me all the time that there was something that I needed to have her tested. That right. They didn't think she could talk. They said she didn't interact. Her teachers were always calling me and questioning me and asking me, "Is she okay? Are you is everything?" And I'm like, at home, she never stops talking. The child is an observer. At home. She sits back and watches at school and takes everything in, and then comes home and just, it's like,
I'm not.
But she has come out of her shell. And
I'm not trying to brag, but we talked about this earlier, and I really do think that Cammie feels like she's in a very safe environment here. She feels very safe around me, and I think that was her gateway, her door to really opening up. And I'm so proud of her because when I first met her, she was very, very shy.
But she opened up to you a lot faster than she does to most people, too. Yeah, that's why I always said she was my litmus test.
She doesn't have any problem coming up to me and talking to me about hurt or about school or asking
letting
me to do
you know
homework.
What you should do if she doesn't think you're doing the right
thing.
Put
the toilet seat down.
Or, Kevin, maybe you shouldn't let them upset you because you're letting them win right now.
Yes, and she does correct my my emotions sometimes, and she has, when we've had our little differences, she has told us that Kevin, Mom loves you, and Mom, Kevin loves you, and
it's not like we're not exposing her to arguments and putting her in this position.
No, she
picks personality.
She thinks something's wrong with us. So if one of us isn't feeling good, and we just want to be
if one of us is just being quiet, right. Like if we're not talking to each other, like if we're sitting on opposite sides of the room, she's like,
"What's wrong?"
Mom, Kevin, come here. Kiss.
This is true. And
Mom, why is Kevin asleep? Is he okay? I'm like, he's tired. Is that all? She's so funny.
She does love us, loving each other, and I hope I'm a good example of how a man should love a woman. And
I would like to say thank you for all the times that you've been open to allowing me to have a different parenting style than you might have had.
Yes, and I'm adjusting to it.
And be open to letting me explain why.
Well,
and waiting to see if it works or not, and not just jumping like, that's not the way you do it. That's wrong.
Raising girls and raising boys is a completely different ball game, too.
Every kid, I have 3 kids.
No. Girls and boys are completely different ball games, and those who've got both know what I'm talking about.
But even my boys were totally different too.
Right. So, but Cammie is very special,
and I also think there's something different about her generation, her age group too. Right.
But Cammie and me have had a I don't know, just like this bond from day one, I think, and it's just growing pretty strong. Do you know how much she means to me? She brings a smile to my face and frustration that I've learned.
They're so much alike. Oh my gosh. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding you.
Frustration, I just have to go.
Like if you think that if people would think from the outside that I would be the one that would know how to trigger you or get to you, Cammie's got it like under the magnifying lens. Cammie can flip it like a switch.
They say one thing about they say one thing about a twin flame relationship, that it'll make you heal all your triggers and everything. Well, she doesn't
Cammy
have
is
to.
a big
She doesn't have to do it. She sends Cammy over.
I don't even send her. She just
no, she knows. But it really is.
But the way you two deal with it is very healthy. Actually,
right? It is.
It's very healthy.
Because
I just want to
because
point
I
that
help
out.
her with her triggers too. I do.
It's a safe environment where if you're upset, it's okay. You can express that I'm upset.
Right.
You can explain why I'm upset, and then you can discuss a way to mutually agree on how can we feel better about this?
Right.
How can we treat each other better? And I always come back to, what is it that we really want to do as a family?
Right.
We want to be loving.
Right.
And so if we love, how do we act? Do we feel good about what we're doing right now? Does it make us feel like we are acting the way we should act if we love someone? Right. And always trying to just refocus back towards that. Let's make sure we're acting from a place of love.
A place of love, exactly. And again, it took Cammy a while to, I think, fully accept me, which I knew would take time. But I think also she really wanted to be sure that this was going to last, and I think she undoubtedly knows. Put it this way:
Cammy had called me out.
If we ever tried
times.
to split up, Cammy would be in the middle of us going,
You know how many times Cammy and I would be watching TV, which I barely watch TV, but when I did watch it with her, and say there was a family and it was a mom and a dad, and like the dad kisses the mom. Mom, why does no one ever kiss you and treat you like that? And I'm like, sweetheart, because I'm setting a good example for you, and I'm waiting for the right man. Stop asking. I'm just kidding. I didn't say it like that.
And what happened?
I did, exactly. I couldn't just
I
settle.
I do try my best, and of course I'm a man. I'm going to make mistakes.
You're not going to see the message.
There's going to be incidences.
Yes. I'm trying my best to thwart.
Now the Walmart one, though, really, it was bad.
You didn't have to tell them where.
It is Walmart. I mean, and so everybody, just by saying it was at Walmart, everybody pretty much knows what happened. So he
had to check out his own items. That's part of it. Surprise!
that was part of it. Yeah, checking out my own items. And thank God I did. But anyway, we won't talk about the Walmart. We love you guys and hope that you...
I'm not finished yet.
Check out our new updated YouTube channel.
And I'm going to continue adding to those.
And continue adding to those. And
I do know one
tomorrow,
thing I wanted to say.
if you're free at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, if not, it will be recorded. We will be on with the students from Georgia. Not the state of Georgia, the country Georgia. Talking about education and kids connecting all over the world. And our book is still on sale through Amazon and our Shopify store.
Shopify,
yeah. I didn't pronounce that right, did I?
It was cute.
And Melanie's still cute as ever. She said she wants to go change her hair back to black, but
yeah,
I'm gonna love her if she's bald, so it really don't matter. She loves me if I'm bald. Like I couldn't.
But then again, it might not really be the hair color. It may be other things I'm adjusting to. But it's okay. We're happy.
We're gonna be honest.
I like dessert.
Married.
I like dessert. Okay.
Married people do notoriously gain a few pounds, but we are going to.
I stopped doing yoga. I know.
Well, we're going to start eating better too, I think.
I mean, I know I don't do yoga. I can't lie. I stretch sometimes.
We got caught up in the marriage thing.
I mean,
don't take me wrong. I like being married to you, but
I didn't. You know what? I didn't even take offense to that.
Huh?
I didn't even take offense to the way you said it.
We'll get better.
I was just thinking, man, why did I just stop doing yoga? Like, I want to say I do yoga, and I really do kind of do yoga in my mind, and I stretch.
See, this is what I'm talking about, the procrastination issues.
What does this have to do with procrastination? I'm setting goals in my head right now. See, apparently, you're not seeing the big picture.
Wait a minute, you're planning ahead?
I like to dream.
Wait a minute, you just said earlier. Which is it? Plan ahead or spontaneous?
Well, I have to plan ahead
about
what I need to learn and improve on.
The
so that when the moment
really
comes
real,
and the moment happens,
the
impulse hits me, I can act on it.
It's really real. I love you.
I'm just kidding.
Wait a minute. She turned.
I'm just kidding. But one thing I did want to say, since you didn't really do very well at your staying quiet part, it's okay. We're working on that. Is that right now we basically have all of our stuff on YouTube under just random. Keeping It Magical episode. Whatever. We got up to 35 of them.
Right.
But. And we just had kind of generic descriptions. So I'm going through each one, and I'm really trying to put in the description what it is we talk about.
Well, we never really had that in the description because we really never. It was pretty much
it's a little tedious.
Yeah, we winged it,
and it's a lot of typing and a lot of editing and a lot of things. But it's okay because I think that's important.
But a lot of our videos, especially the first ones, were really kind of a. Let's just go on and see what happens.
Well, what do I say every time you're like, I'm hitting live, are you ready? And I'm like, as ready as I'm going to be.
Yeah.
But I did notice today that is a different answer than I gave during the first few videos. You know what I said every time in the first 5 videos? Absolutely.
Oh.
So I gotta work on that because I need that same absolutely back.
This really has been a work in progress, but I think we're making a lot of progress.
I mean, we've done a lot in 11 months.
Okay, tell everybody you love them.
I wanted to tell them that we're going to create a playlist where we actually do videos that are on...
Oh, she wanted to create like a clip of different videos, of all our different videos.
No, Kevin, that's not what I'm talking about.
Okay, maybe I misunderstood.
That's the different thing, okay? But I do want to have...
Hey, at least I listen.
I want to have the same kind of videos that we have had. Where we're just being us and talking. And you can just feel like you're being a part of our life.
I like being us.
But I want to have content-based videos, too. Because there are a lot of things that I really think need to be talked about. And need to be discussed, and I think that a lot of people are very ready, and it's time to discuss them.
And if you got a topic that you'd like for us to discuss, go ahead and in the comments suggest it, and maybe we can do a show about whatever you want us to discuss.
It could be relationships, it could be life, it could be anything.
Right.
Like
it could be incidents in Walmart.
Yeah, how to avoid them. How to avoid them. Yes, walk away. Breathe. But
don't believe the prices that are listed.
Yeah, never do that. Yeah. Never do that.
Okay. Anyway, we will sign off for today, and hopefully we'll come on.
I'm just kidding.
More often. You want?
I like
you got
them.
more to say?
I kind of like these people. They're kind of cool.
Oh, who are they? We got anybody watching?
Friends.
Oh, okay. With that, everybody watches the
recordings. I didn't even realize until today exactly how many haters we had. I was surprised. That shows you how little I've even paid attention to it. I was like, oh my gosh, back 4 months ago, someone said something negative about us.
4 months ago? Somebody said something
I don't know. It was a long time ago. I didn't even notice until today. I was like, oh, delete. Sorry. Not today.
Well, we love you, and we got to go pick up Cammie. It's that time, I think. Yep, it's 5:39. We love you guys. Have a...
Clock watcher.
Oh, what?
You're the clock watcher.
I'm the clock watcher?
Yeah.
I'm glad you said clock.
What else would I say?
I just said that. We love you guys. We're going to keep this...
what time it
We're going to keep this a PG page.
Kevin, take a deep breath.
Huh?
Take a deep breath. Breathe into your heart.
All right, we love you guys.
Namaste.